Hey there, and welcome. If you've ever just stared at a sentence, totally stuck on whether to use the past simple or the present perfect, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to clear up one of the trickiest bits of English grammar. It's all about time and how we talk about it. So, let's dive right in.
Okay, take a look at these two sentences. I broke my leg. I have broken my leg. They seem almost the same, right? But that one tiny word, have, flips the whole meaning on its head. One sentence is a story that's over, and the other? Well, the other is a big problem right now. By the time we're done here, you're going to nail this every single time, and you'll know exactly why.
So, what's the secret to getting this right? Well, it all boils down to one simple idea, and this is our golden rule for today. It's all about the connection to now. Does the thing that happened in the past have anything to do with this very moment? Seriously, that's the only question you ever need to ask.
And this visual, it's the perfect way to think about it. The past simple, over on the left, it's like a snapshot, a single photo of a moment that's finished. It happened, it's done, it's in the history books. But the present perfect, that's a bridge. It connects something that started back then directly to where we are right now.
Okay, so let's put that in black and white. This is the mental checklist you gotta run through. Are we just telling a story about the past with no strings attached? Easy, past simple. But are we talking about the past because it affects the present? Because there's a result we can see or feel right now? That, my friends, is when you need the present perfect.
All right, let's put this rule to the test. First up, let's talk about actions that are completely over and done with. So how do we choose the tense? Well, it all depends on our goal. Are we just reporting a historical fact, or are we explaining a result that's affecting us right now? You know, the language itself actually leaves little breadcrumbs for us. Some words are basically giant flashing signs. Words like yesterday or in 1999, they put a pin in the calendar and say, it happened right here and it's done. That's a huge clue for the past simple. But words like recently or yet are kind of fuzzy on time, right? They connect to now, which signals the present perfect.
So for example, I hurt my leg the day before yesterday. See that specific time? The day before yesterday. It locks it in the past. It tells you this is just a story about something that happened. The story's over, kaput. The subtle message here is, I'm probably fine now. It's just a memory.
But, whoa, if I say, I have broken my leg, everything changes. Notice there's no specific time? That's because when it happened isn't the point. The point, the result right now, is that my leg is broken. I'm in pain. Get me to a hospital. It's a present emergency, all because of a past event. That's the present perfect doing its job.
Now, this is a really cool little trick to remember. When we talk about people who are no longer with us, their life is a finished period of time. Their story is over. The book is closed. So we say Shakespeare wrote a lot of plays. Past simple. But for people who are still alive, like Sting, their life isn't over yet. He could write another song tomorrow. So we say Sting has composed lots of good songs.
Okay, so that's finished actions. Simple enough. But what happens when the action isn't finished? This is where the present perfect really gets to show off. It's perfect for talking about things that started way back when and are still going on right now. So here's the key thing to get. If you want to talk about something that kicked off in the past and has continued all the way up to this very second, the present perfect is your go-to. It's the only tense that really captures that feeling of stretching from the past right into the present. And to do that, we have two little helper words, for and since. And the difference is super simple. We use for when we're talking about a length of time, a duration, like for 3 days. And we use since to talk about the starting point, like since Monday. Let's see how that works in a real sentence. She has been in England for 6 months. This doesn't mean her trip is over, not at all. It means she got to England 6 months ago, and as we're talking right now, guess what? She is still there. The action is still happening. Okay, now for the fun part, the showdown. We're going to put these two tenses head-to-head, side by side, and see just how much the meaning can change with one little tweak. This is where you're going to have that aha moment.
Round 1. They were married for 10 years. That little word were tells us it's over. That 10-year period is in the past, meaning they're divorced now. But they have been married for 10 years. That have been tells us the 10-year clock is still ticking. They're still married today. Totally different story, right? Okay, round 2. And this one, well, it gets a little heavy.
If I say I knew him for 5 years, using the past simple, it often implies that the person has passed away. So my relationship with them is a finished thing. But if I say I have known him for 5 years, it means he's alive, he's well, and I still know him. The choice of tense here is literally a matter of life and death.
And for our last round, let's talk about dreams and desires. If I say, I always wanted to go to the Alps, using the past simple, it kind of suggests that I don't really want that anymore. Maybe I changed my mind. But if I say, I have always wanted to go to the Alps, that dream is alive and kicking today. I am still packing my bags in my head.
Okay, we've gone through a lot here. Finished actions, unfinished time, life, death, marriage, dreams. So after all that, what's the one thing, the single most important idea you need to walk away with?
It all always comes back to this, our golden rule. Every single time you feel a little unsure, just pause and ask yourself this one simple question. Is what I'm talking about connected to right now? Is there a result? Is it still going on? If the answer is yes, you need the present perfect. It's that simple.
And there you have it. That's the whole deal. The difference between a finished story and a present result is now your superpower. So the next time you're talking, just think about that bridge to the present. Are you building one? Or are you just pointing to a photo in an old album? Now you've got the power to choose. Thanks for hanging out with me.